Hello students, this is Mr. Boyd. Welcome to today's lesson on subtracting linear expressions. So, our essential question for this lesson is how can you subtract a linear expression? And of course the answer to that would be at the end of this lesson you should be able to subtract two linear expressions. Another concept that we need to talk about is the additive inverse. So an additive inverse is when two expressions have a sum of 0. To find the additive inverse, you multiply each term in the expression by -1. So, for instance, 5 plus -5 equals 0. Therefore, -5 is the additive inverse of +5. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at how do I find an additive inverse. So to do that, the instructions say to multiply each term in the expression by -1. So if I take the expression 3x plus 5 and I multiply that by -1, I end up with a new expression that would be an additive inverse, which would be -3x minus 5. We can check that out by adding those two together. If I add 3x plus 5 to -3x minus 5, I see that -5 plus 5 is 0, -3 plus 3 is 0, 0 plus 0 equals 0. Therefore, we can see these are additive inverses of one another. Now let's practice that skill one more time with 5x minus 8. So I'm going to multiply 5x minus 8 times -1, and I'm going to use my distributive property properly. So that means I'm going to multiply the first term by -1. That's going to give me a -5x. And then I'm going to multiply the second term by -1. And that's going to be a -1 times -8, excuse me. That's going to be a -5x plus 8. And again, I can check that out. 5x minus 8 plus -5x plus 8. Notice each of these are opposites of each other. So if I do -8 plus 8, I get 0. If I do 5 minus 5, I get 0. That equals 0. Therefore, these are additive inverses of one another. Okay, so in today's lesson, we are going to learn how to subtract linear expressions. And the first step in subtracting a linear expression is to do what we just practiced, and that is find the additive inverse of the second term. So to do that, we're going to multiply -1 times each term in the parentheses on the second term only. That's going to give us a minus 5x and a plus 8. Okay? Then we're going to take that and line it up right underneath our other expression, just like we did when we added yesterday. So 3x plus 5 plus -5x plus 8. And when I add those vertically, 5 plus 8 is 13. Those are both positive, so this is a positive answer. 3 plus -5 is -2. And those are my x terms. So let's record our steps here. Step number one is distribute -1 to the second expression. Step 2, line up your like terms vertically. And remember, vertically means above and below each other. And step 3 is to simply add vertically. Okay, so let's see how those steps play out in the next part of this lesson. So for this next lesson, I'm going to distribute the -1. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 right here. Distribute that. So I see -1 times -5. That's going to give me a positive 5x. I also see a -1 times a +8. That's going to give me a -8. Okay, now I need to line up my terms. So I've got 7x plus 12 is my first expression. I'm going to line up 5x with the 7x and -8 with the positive 12 because those are my like terms. And then I'm simply going to add vertically. So 12 plus -8 would be 4, and that's a positive 4 because 12 is bigger than 8. And then I'm going to add 7 plus 5, which is 12, and that's my x term. Since I can't add those together because they're not like terms, I'm finished right there at that answer. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. So here we're going to do 3/4 x minus 15 minus 3/5 x minus 8. So again, we're going to distribute. So that's going to give us a -3/5 x. You know what, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and just write that below the other expression as I go. So distribute, I'm going to have a -3/5 x. And I'm going to have a +8 as I distribute that -1 to the -8. Okay, the easy part is the -15 plus 8. So let's see, -15 plus 8 is -7. It's negative because the 15 is larger. It's negative, so the answer has to be negative. The signs are different, so I need to subtract. Okay. The only other thing I need to do is figure out what goes right here whenever I do 3/4 minus 3/5. So just like yesterday, we're going to, I think I'm actually going to put these beside each other and use my hourglass method to subtract these. So I'm going to multiply 4 times 5. To get my common denominator of 20. Then I'm going to multiply 5 times 3 to get my numerator on the left, which is going to be 15. Copy my minus sign down because this is a subtraction problem. And then I'm going to multiply 4 times 3, and I'm going to get 12. Then I'm just simply going to subtract that numerator. 15 minus 12 is going to leave me with 3/20. Since that cannot be simplified any further, this is 3/20x minus 7. And we're finished right there. Okay. Let's take a look at one last example of subtraction, then we're going to do a little review. So, again, we're going to distribute the -1 to each term. In doing that, that's going to give me a -1/5 x. A -1 times a -2, that's going to give me a +2. Now I'm ready to add these. So I've got -7 plus 2. That's going to give me a -5. Signs are different, so I'm going to subtract, get 5. Bigger number is a negative number. I have more negatives than positives, therefore that needs to be a -5. Okay, and then let's do this 2/3 minus 1/5 over here on the side. 2/3 minus 1/5. Okay, so again, I need to find my common denominator, which is 15. Then I'll multiply 2 times 5. 10/15 and 2/3 are the same number. We call those equivalent fractions. 3 times 1 is 3. And then we'll go ahead and just do our subtraction. 10 minus 3 is 7/15. We always have to stop and ask ourselves, Can we simplify that? We always simplify our fractions. Always simplify fractions. Okay, since we can't simplify that any further, this would be 7 over 15x. Okay, now for a quick review of things we've already covered earlier in this unit. And the first one would be combining like terms. So to combine like terms, our first step is to identify the like terms. So I see here that I have a 3x and a negative 7x, and those are alike because they both have an x raised to the same power. They're both raised to the first power. And then I also have a negative 5 and a negative 12 that I'll put together. Okay, next step says rearrange the expression. So what that means is I'm going to rearrange the expression. So I have 3x minus 7x. Notice the sign in front of the number goes with the number. Then I'm going to put the negative 5 and the negative 12 together. Okay, now let's simplify each of these. 3x minus 7x, well 3 minus 7 is negative 4. Those are my x terms. Negative 5 minus 12, that's going to be a negative 17. Those signs are the same, so I'm going to add those numbers together. And they both get a negative on them, so negative 17. And that's how we combine like terms. The last review problem that I'm going to do with you is the distributive property. So here we're going to multiply 5 times 2x. So 5 times 2x minus 5 times 7. I want to distribute to both terms in the parentheses. So 5 times 2x would be 10x, minus 5 times 7 would be 35. We can't add those two things together because this one has an x, this one doesn't. Therefore, they're not like terms, and so we just stop right there. Please remember that an expression is simplified expressions have no like terms and no parentheses. Okay. I'm not going to review the adding linear expressions with you because that was actually part of today's lesson. After I changed the signs, we added vertically. Therefore, that was your review of adding linear expressions. All right, guys, I hope you liked the lesson. Have a good day.